Yo, what up? This is Roadkill Bonanza 3. Believe it or not, there's no 1 or 2. I don't know if there's like a sequel announced for this one. It's by Jake Clover. This is his first game. And I don't know why it says Pixel House Games. I didn't realize he was part of a collective. I should have done my research. Your aim in Roadkill Bonanza is to try to hit as many things on the road except for tractors, boulders, and snowballs. And you can see there's like a kind of a typo here. There's a comma right in front of the 4, right before the series that it is stating you should try to avoid hitting. It's promising. Your controls are the arrow keys. Up is full speed, left goes left, right is right, and down is not used. Use F5 to save game, F6 to load game. I guess that means usually when I see save game, I think it's going to be kind of long. There are various awards throughout the game, which you can earn by completing tasks. See extras for information on awards to earn. I wonder if anyone has ever earned an award for Roadkill Bonanza 3. And music by Paragon X9, which kind of sounds like a Teenage Robot reference, who made a song known as Equilized, like Equilibrium, which is, of course, fitting for the Roadkill. Okay, how do I start? I'm mashing keys. Okay, that's how. Ernie's awards. I sing. So you gotta go full speed. You gotta kill 500 people. You have to go into 10 grannies, 50 snowmen, and 50 ET dudes. Yeah, sure, dude. Okay, that. I did not expect this to be loud. Oh. Well then, well, okay. So, give me a second. That is actually really loud for what that is supposed to be. Okay, yeah, now we're back in it. Quickly retune my volume. I'm just okay, now I'm just pushing up. And I don't. Okay, I hit an alien. I hit another alien. And I went too fast. Okay, well, I mean, really, that's like the entire game, isn't it? It's like, I don't know, Subway Surfers, basically. Feels like I'm just doing the, like, temple run. One of those games that is pretty simple in scope, but okay, but has like a sort of infinite, maybe infinite. I'm not gonna say complexity, but just like a ceiling you don't expect. And honestly, there's no way I can take this, because I cannot run. I don't actually run over this many chickens, this many sheep in real life. I can't take it anymore. I also do think that these tractor men definitely don't watch. They don't watch where they're going at all. I think that's like jaywalking on a tractor. J-tractoring. I'm not entirely sure. I guess the UFO is supposed to be like, yo, this is stage 2. You know, watch out. You know, and now that I think about it, the speed up function, that's what I want to do. The speed up function actually feels more like a fast forward. It doesn't feel like I'm actually speeding up. It just feels like, again, like I'm pushing the 2 arrow signs on the VCR. If anyone remembers what a VCR is. And I think when I hit 10 high scores filled out, I think that's when I know I'm done. Oh, let me save, because I want to have this on hand whenever I want. because I think this is the kind of game that you're actually going to revisit a lot. Like games like Outer Wilds, you're not going to be able to revisit them ever, right? No, of course not. Just just because, right? But a game like this, like you're gonna come back to it. You actually are gonna have like this inner desire building up. And it's like I said, it's because like this just has a ceiling to it, and you can constantly try to bring up ladders to get to that ceiling, and then you realize, oh, but there's another ceiling beyond it. You know, it's like you're in one of the world's tallest buildings, and when you actually get all the achievement, that's when you know, oh yeah, I made it to the top, bro. What up? And when you say bro, what up, you're actually saying it to absolutely no one, because just no one really even knows this game exists. These tractors, I think are kind of BS, right? And excuse the language. I just don't think it's acceptable on multiple levels, maybe from a game design level, that these tractors just have absolute disregard for the driver. Can you imagine this in real life? We would never ever. We may hold this driver in contempt for the amount of livestock that they are currently killing. Maybe the aliens, assuming aliens are citizens with rights at all in modern day governments, which that's a very complicated question that I'll leave up to the philosophers over in Athens right now, right? Okay, obviously grandmas though, like this guy's gonna get arrested. Obviously for livestock, this guy's probably gonna face some charges. You know, it's a very strict, I guess, the laws that we have on that sort of on animals that are presumably not wild. I'm just guessing. I mean, but I mean, there has to be some sort of negligence, right? How can someone with this much livestock leave a trail like this, a breadcrumb trail, actually, by Spiderland? You have to admit there is some negligence here. I think that's okay to say. I think that's like a fine experience, or not a fine statement to make. I think the reasoning for it is sound, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that as a driver you have free reign to simply just run over them and have a like sort of imaginary system for running over them. That is, no, just bear with me here. I don't think that's morally fine. I don't think it's, well, it depends, right? I think in the sense now we're good. Now I'm not staying in my lane here, clearly, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. See, the tractor is just way too fast. Like I swerve over to get the alien, and then the tractor just out of nowhere. So this is the eighth try. And so anyway, what I was saying is like, I think that this is, oh man, I'm just so stressed out about this. Oh, give me a second. So I do think that there is something off about, like, morally, right? Of course, one may argue that livestock are routinely targeted for food, of course, by the population that is human society. That excludes grandmas and aliens, of course. But we're talking about livestock now, okay? The grandmas and aliens already had their turn. I already stand up for grandmas in the train, and like all the trains I have historically taken. I don't need any more discussion about grandmas. But livestock, I haven't had enough about that, right? So livestock, we routinely target them for food, of course. And at a certain point, right, we're gonna say that this is simply a digital emulation of hitting livestock, or the targeting of livestock, but done in a way that is fast and furious, like the films, of course, in a way that bypasses the middleman. And I don't know what the middleman would be defined as. I guess the farmer, who is apparently on the tractor, also driving recklessly. So it's a two-way street. Oh, and of course, there's variety here. This is like the Greenlands, and then we go into a desert. Speaking of which, this really just is a green land. I mean, the trees look like pickles or cucumbers. Yeah, cucumbers. Maybe pickles if you reassemble, because pickles are just a slice, right? So pickles if you reassemble it, and this might be, and you stack them like alongside the road for a picnic, like the book or the band, not the band, the duo, the Turkish duo, and it reminds you that these are very this is definitely Roadkill Bonanza 3, one of the games that not of all time, but of roughly the last 14 years. The tractor's just way too fast. So I have to finish what I started, all right? And what I started was discussing livestock. And of course, when we think about livestock, it's all this when we think about livestock, of course we target them for food, and this is like cutting out the middleman. And what I'm trying to say is, like, one can argue that this is the emulation of targeting livestock in such a way that it is simply the emulation of how we target livestock for food. And this is, of course, if we believe in eating food, and this is food of livestock. Yeah, food of livestock, right? No, because this is absolutely, I have to get this right. This may be seen as something that would naturally happen, and you would not debate this on the grounds of like animal rights necessarily, because in some ways when we eat animals, we don't entirely respect those rights, but rather in the sense of property, right? I am running over livestock, which may be the property of the farmer on the tractor over there, who I just passed by. A lovely gentleman. I actually know him from the local pub, and I avoid that pub nowadays for reasons that aren't so obvious, that I think Tom Scott himself once elaborated on. I'll leave that up to him. And it's on those grounds of property that perhaps this is not allowed, and this driver deservedly should run into boulders or tractors. Like I think I fail to understand what animal I am running into currently. I believe it is like an emu, but that is probably incorrect. Oh, speeder, driving at full speed to earn. But does that mean I did that, or is that achievement gotten? I assume it's an achievement received. So I think I'm officially like one of the few achievement holders of this game ever done in history of the last 14 years of all time, as some may say, because history only started in 2009 when the video game Street Fighter 4 was released. That's how that's definitely the canon for some fighting gamers. Okay, well, I got my, so now I've basically gotten to the point where I understand the pattern of these boulders, of all the tractors, right? I'm simply awaiting to pass by these hands that look like cacti so I can see the next area. What I'm saying is, like, I understand how to avoid these obstacles. Oh, now it's snow. Now there's snow pickles. I'm running over Santa Claus. All the mall emulations of Santa Claus. Now these are snowballs, avalanches piling up, snowmen who somehow have managed to find their way onto the road, which is again unnatural, because we don't build snowmen on the road. At least not where I'm from. Last time and of course he had to throw the zigzag. Yeah, well, and I think that's all the game has. Yeah, there's a screenshot. I'm gonna screenshot that. Boom, screenshotted. Immortalized for all time. Disco 10. And let it be known, on the 10th try, I did my best. Okay, well, I don't know. That's the Jake Clover series number 1, Roadkill Bonanza 3. So here is where I review this. Okay, so design, mechanics. Can I? Why is this not appearing? What did I do wrong? That's okay. Well, for now there are duplicates of the bullet points, and this is on the background. fun. So design mechanics, very simple. Simply a car that misspelling. Simply a car that swerves side to side with a predetermined speed of forward velocity. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally's misspelling. Resource management. Score. Determined by objects hit with the car. Speaking of which, I never got to mention the car has a FGH042 as the license plate. I don't know what it really means. And you know what? Let me mute. I should mute this. Okay. Yeah, I muted the game, so don't have to hear it all day. Is it fun? Yeah, this would be fun in 2008, sure, or 9, or 09. But it is the modern day and the unlimited runner video game has been well established. You know, it's kind of like Path of Exile being the ARPG. I'm gonna say like it's like a pyramid, right? The ARPG pyramid, just so many building blocks to it. And also it fits with the fact that the Val Temple is probably a pyramid in the game, right? So graphics are Paint, MS Painted has its charm. Do I have to explain that? Like, reminds me of a DIY punk ethic Newgrounds Flash. See, you think I misspelled Newgrounds, but EU is like it's like a female sheep. You. There you go. Reminds me of a DIY punk ethic Newgrounds Flash game. Ease of use. Yeah. Ease, pretty easy to play. Yeah. Only has 2 controls really, with up equals fast forward, F5 save, F6 load. Wow. And appearance. I think, which is to say, like, is the game cohesive in its in what it's trying to convey? It do be cohesive. I get the feeling I am a reckless driver traveling through many areas of it's a good area. I'll just say like Washington State. Soundtrack and sound design. Okay, I think like the sound design fitting. When I hit livestock, they make the noise they should. I'm doing this off memory. I actually wasn't listening to the livestock that closely, so hopefully I'm correct. Soundtrack. EDM. Reckless driving. More likely than you think. And maybe that's actually one of the hidden morals, right? Don't listen to EDM while driving. Don't listen to acid techno. Listen to like ambient techno. Like if you want to put on some Aphex Twin, that's okay. But as soon as you put on Jeff Mills, stop. You're putting everyone around you at risk. Story and writing. None. Is it repetitive? Yeah. I think it's I don't think those two require any. I don't have to elaborate. Okay, that's what I mean. It's just self-evident. Just you don't even have to think about it. I'm just correct. Where does it stand in the wider scheme of all things gamer? I think I actually answered this up here with for the fun. You know what? I was correct. This should be blank, and then just below the blankness, yeah, this would be fun in 2008 or 09, but it is the modern day, and the unlimited runner video game has been well established. So I'm going to whoops, I'm going to look up. I'm gonna look up other endless runners. If it works. It's not working. Oh no, it's loading. Okay. So this is what this game has to compete against. Subway Surfers. This has been memed, as everyone knows. Like, this is the baby sensory video with the Subway Surfer while watching the Germa 985 stream. This is effectively what what I'm saying is, like, this is the emblematic example of the genre of endless runners. Temple Run, I brought this up. It's Temple Run. The Crossy Road, Alto, Super Mario, and Despicable Me. Surprising. I've never heard. Sonic Dash, never heard. Jetpack Joyride, I feel, is another iconic one. There's a tier list for this too. Well, here's another tier list. Endless Runner. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna have that on. I gotta cut that out. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. Boom. Okay. Oh, well. Ruined. So these are the top 11 endless runners. Alto's Adventure is considered one of the best ever made. Jetpack Joyride, third. Cannonball. I think I played this like really briefly. Maybe like on Newgrounds. Race the Sun, Crossy Road. I played Robot Unicorn. Yeah, it's fine. Temple Run 2. Subway Surfers. There we go. That's the meme. Sonic Dash. Flappy Bird. Oh, I remember when that blew up. Katamari, really? And there's Despicable Me. So I haven't played Alto's Adventure or Odyssey. I have played Joyride. I think I'm kind of a little bit more of a Temple Run person, of a Subway Surfer person, I think, for my taste in the endless runner genre. Yeah, I wouldn't quite say that. What's the name of this game again? Roadkill Bonanza 3. I don't think it's an Alto's Adventure. It's no Alto's Adventure. Alto's Adventure and Odyssey had the opportunity to build upon the foundation, the prior platforms of endless runners, and of course, I don't know. I would imagine, because I haven't played it, and honestly, I don't really have plans to play it, because I doubt I'm ever gonna play another endless runner again. And watch me eat my words. I think I think that in theory, this probably is not as good as Alto's Adventure. I'm sorry. Gonna go against the grain here. I'm a little bit I have a contrarian streak. I don't think that this is Alto's Adventure tier, but I do think that this is up there with the top 20 endless runners, which it is definitely an achievement, and it's whoops, and it's definitely one of the achievements that it has accomplished. Okay, yeah, that's all I got. I think. GG's, good games.